Hi everybody, it's June 16th and told you I'd come back today, Saturday. While I was driving in here, I really got some big time hits as far as those children. I had used illegal immigrants, but actually these people are just searching for asylum, and the horrid way that we're treating them, ripping the children away from the family. And I just briefly, for a minute, touched the energy within these masses of children, and it was wrenching. I could barely continue driving. The tears were just flowing. It was so overpowering about the absolute devastation, being so frightened. And I just really wanted to know what's going to become of this, because I did talk about this yesterday, but I really need to know, because I even listened to the video last night, the one I did yesterday. I don't know why, but sometimes when I do these videos, it's like I'm phased out, like I don't remember what I said. And I still didn't answer it, in my opinion. I didn't give a good answer as far as, I know it's going to end up okay. That I can guarantee you guys. It's going to end up okay. There's a mighty power over there that's going to begin helping us. There's some powerful women here too, and justice will prevail. I almost feel like it couldn't be brought before the Supreme Court. Somebody's can't turn away from the absolute horrid things that are happening. You know, the Jews came here during the Hitler time to seek asylum, and I don't recall children being taken away. I recall the Nazis killing the children, but I don't recall that. My tribe, my people were wiped out by the white man. Slaves were brought over. Now, I will say something about my people, though. They used to kidnap children. My great-great-grandfather was a Mexican. He was 3 years old when he was kidnapped. His wife, my grandmother, was Comanche, but he was still considered a Comanche because he was a kidnapped Mexican. And, you know, once they were raised with a tribe, even if a white man took somebody back or someone said, you bring this person home, they would fight because they wanted to stay with the tribe. So the Chinese, horrible treatment. It hasn't even been that long Chinese were able to own land and vote. Look at who we are, but with this great nation, we're flying this flag that we're so wonderful. We got this pervert in office that is just causing chaos. And listen, he wouldn't be able to do that if he didn't have those complicit people. In fact, I saw that, not Mitch McConnell, the Lindsey Graham was saying, if anybody doesn't like me supporting Trump, you know, F you or SU, who gives a shit? Something like that. And I thought, this is the same guy that talked trash about him. So there's some payoff for these people to be able to be in his good graces. There's definitely a payoff. And that's what they're looking at, greed. But we're not learning, are we? We're not learning from our ancestors what happens when you do this to people. Because these children who are being traumatized like this, what's to stop them from being terrorists years from now when they remember what America did to their family? What's to stop them? This is total motivation. So I definitely asked as hard as I could, what can we do to help these children? I definitely see large groups of people marching, so I don't know when that's going to occur or if I need to get in there and start something. But we can't just sit idly by and just talk about it on Twitter. We need to do something. We need to come forward. Don't throw the Bible acting like God wants this. That's the last thing God wants. It's horrible. Let me tell you, the vibration on the other side hears it. I could hear it. I could feel it. It was awful. I don't even see anybody assuring the kids everything's going to be okay. Did you see that thing where siblings weren't allowed to touch? But there's human beings in these prisons that are doing this, like the Germans with concentration camps. So all these souls are being affected. They think they're doing the right thing, but they're not. It's horrible, and a lot of this has the stamp of the white man. I hate to say it, my father was white, not his fault. It's an ugly, ugly thing to do. And Mr. Well, better build the wall. And then Democrats. Oh my God, it's so awful, you guys. So I threw just to see what's going to happen. I will tell you that justice will be served. I do see money going towards these kids or to helping get these kids through this. Remember I told you I think there might be something like a lamb, a sacrificial lamb. Someone or one of these children, something may happen that causes even more of an uproar. It could be the kid gets hurt or dies. Something is getting ready to happen. So it's going to be pretty bad, you guys. I can't guarantee you it won't happen again, but I almost feel like there's going to be some natural disasters taking place too. What if the United States gets pounded and then we're standing on the borders of Guatemala asking to come in, like they did in that movie? Was it The Day After Tomorrow? Where they were asking to go to the Mexican border. I remember seeing that on the movies and people were clapping. It's an ugly nation. This nation has some wonderful people in it. People that really care about mankind. But there's a lot of ugliness. And there's ugliness everywhere else too. What people will do to other people, like Kim Jong-un. Just horrible, horrible things. But remember, they don't really lose their lives. They come back in a higher form. But I'm really thinking because of this, it's going to cause something else. So, we have to speak out. Do me a favor, light a candle, a white one if you can, every night and pray for these children. Just pray that peace will come and that everything will be okay. We can't pray, F you, Trump. We can't do that. But we can say, only let good come in, because he's not good and it'll bounce right off. So try that. But I had to address this again because my insides are hurting me. It was like I tell you, it was overwhelming. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get through this part because it was so overwhelming. The pain and the suffering. And so stop, even if you think you can't do anything, stop for a minute and just visualize these children in these concentration places. I call them concentration camps. And ask that everybody's going to be okay. Pray for everybody. Put the white light around them. You don't have to believe in the Bible. You just have to believe. It's 11,000 kids now. You just have to believe in a power outside of this. And with us in mass numbers, visualizing and deciding that this will not go forward anymore. Enough. I also got a really weird flash. I'm going to just do this one and then I'm going to start another one with other questions people sent me. I haven't even looked back on your comments on the yesterday's. I'm so sorry. I have a friend that's going to help me out with that. So for other questions you may have put out there, I haven't had a chance to look. But I also had this weird feeling, and you guys we'll see if it begins. I'm almost feeling like someone within the Supreme Court might leave or die. And I see the Democrats running the show, and we're still trying to get Trump down. So, I mean, they're not putting handcuffs and sending him off. There's a lot of fighting before he goes down. But I saw the Democrats saying, no, you don't have any right to review anyone. It's almost what Mitch McConnell did to Obama. And let's face it, you guys, all this hate and anger is because a beautiful, well, he was half white too, half white, half black. So, but because he had black in him, these racist pigs are running the show. And that's the bottom line. And it's about money. It's about money. There's some inside payoffs taking place. That's my opinion. Take it or leave it. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. But if you could just stop for a moment and pray for well-being for all concerned. And then I'm going to get online and start finding out. I heard this evangelist church is going to take buses and go down there and say this isn't right. So, whoa. But he's spinning. Trump is spinning. He's just spewing out lies like a demon from hell. And I just see Trump is spinning. And so things are just going to start going down. And all those people like Mitch O'Connell, Paul Ryan, they're all going to say Trump who? Lindsey Graham, well, I declare, they're all going to go down. Nobody's going to be spared. It's almost like you were one of them, weren't you? Remember when the Christ story about him, they told Paul, I think, I saw you, you were there, and he said, I don't know him. Something the Christ prophesied that he would do, you will deny me. So, yeah, Trump's going to be the laughing stock, and that's more hurtful than anything for him. Okay, so I'm going to stop this one, and then I'm going to start another one with some questions people had written me. Okay, talk to you soon.